Hey everyone, it's Victoria Arnstein, and I want to talk about connecting to yourself, not just to others. I think that the way to connect to others is to really connect with yourself first and see what it is, where your strengths and weaknesses are, not just in diet, but anything else that you're doing, in your exercise program, in anything you're doing on a daily basis. You want to basically strengthen that muscle, and you want to get good at it. And you want to get out of a comfort zone. In other words, if you're just running, a little bit, you want to try to run a little bit further, or you want to run a little bit faster, just for segments of the run. You don't have to run faster the entire time. Nobody's asking you to do a fast 5K overnight. What you do is you build up these muscles, and even your brain adapts to it more, and you start to get more and more adapted to it, and before you know it, it's like second nature to run faster, and that's your pace. You can actually raise your level little by little, and you don't have to do it all at once. You don't have to get overwhelmed. I used to get overwhelmed at things. For instance, I'm cleaning out my house, and my husband, Michael, got me started like a kindling. I couldn't do it myself. I just felt very overwhelmed. I couldn't even do piecemeal. I had a hard time throwing things out, and that was my thing. I can't throw things out so easily. I hold on to things. I'm not a hoarder, but I do hold on to things a little bit longer, and I'm like, oh, maybe one day I'll use it. But my husband put it the right way. These things are owning you, and they're just taking up space and clutter. And the same holds true for different old ideas. Old ideas could stay in your brain, and that can cause clutter, and it can paralyze you. It could paralyze you. Because you own things, you have to, get a bigger house for those things, and you have to keep creating bigger spaces in your brain, in your physical space, and you want to get to another level, evolve. And I think evolving means living more simply, okay, and not owning things, and just owning the moment and being in the moment and in the day, and just really appreciating right now. And that's what I'm really starting to grow up. I'm starting to grow up at 43 years old. I'm starting to grow up. My younger husband is teaching me how to do that, okay? I was resistant at first, and really the way he was doing it was a little bit tougher, but that's his way. And I wasn't responding well to that, but finally I gave in, and I just surrendered, and I said, okay, let's do this. And I started throwing away stuff, and he was like, love it, hate it, love it, hate it, hate it, love it. And he just, he went on with all the stuff, and it was easy that way. Maybe you need a partner, maybe you need a buddy to help you out, to get you started on anything, exercise program, cleaning out house. When you do clean out your house, you do get rid of so much clutter, and then your mind gets freer. You see more things clearly. You see what you have. I'm seeing what I have now, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know I had that shirt. It was like hidden under the other stuff that I kept wearing over and over again. And I owned these things, and I felt like the more I had, now I see, the more I have, the more it owns you. And I was resistant to that. But once you start clearing things out, your brain gets clear. It's liberating. It's so freeing to know that you don't have to have certain things. And your life is still the same. Like, what would you grab right before a fire or, a calamity? Or what would you grab? What were the most important things that you would grab? Of course, not counting people. We know that you'd grab people that were important to you. But what would you really need? I mean, you need your cell phone now. Nowadays, you need your cell phone because it's smart to have a phone. It's not even a luxury anymore. It's just smarter. To have a phone on you is smarter. If you're a mom, smarter. If you're a kid, smarter. It's just smart. It's not something that you have to be, a genius to figure out. Anyway, I said it already. So what I'm trying to say is that when you have connections with yourself, and you can start to make more muscles. This is like a two-part video. One is to exercise your muscle of, getting things done incrementally and not be overwhelmed. Maybe you need someone to help you. Don't be afraid to ask for help. That's another thing that I think people have a problem with doing. You know, I'm also a little bit apprehensive about asking for help. Ask for advice. Go online. Ask for some advice online. You know, that might get the spark going. That might get the kindling to the fire in your body going, you know? Maybe there's something that'll inspire you. A video you could watch on organizing or on exercising. And, you know, slowly but surely your brain starts to get used to it. It doesn't know the difference if it's real or not. So you might as well just keep imagining yourself and visualizing yourself doing those things. And now I'm not afraid to throw away. I was really afraid to throw away stuff. And now I'm getting to another chapter. And I think that's a great way to look at things. That you just turn the corner and you just see what the adventure is up ahead. All right? Well, that's my little video for today. And I'm getting tongue-tied. I don't know why. All right. Enjoy your day. Take care.